Hey everyone, welcome to Wednesday Whispers. So I actually wasn't able to record this on Wednesday, it's Thursday. However, I still wanted to go ahead and post something for this week. So I went ahead and pulled these cards before I started recording. As I was shuffling, these all kind of fell out, and the feeling that I am getting from these cards is that you're stuck somewhere in the past. There's been a lot of nostalgia happening in your life, and it seems like you have been really focused on what could have been, what it was, what hasn't gone wrong in your life, and you're struggling a lot right now with positivity. So really stuck in pessimism and feeling like, honestly, kind of bored in your life right now. Like things aren't going in a beautiful place. Like you thought maybe in the past that things were going better, and now you are kind of missing out on this magical cup that is happening in your life, almost like keeping your eyes closed to what is actually going well in your life. And you know, the universe was telling me when this card fell out, when fate fell out, that good things are coming your way. And sorry, I was just dealing with my dog. I think he's gonna always do this in all the videos, so he likes to make a lot of noise in the background. So I don't know if you guys heard him or not. I got new headphones, so you may not have even heard him. But so the universe is telling me with this fate card that you are on the right track, but you have to open your eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some of these cards. I wasn't gonna do it until just now, but I don't know what this is regarding, like what it is that you are actually, good Lord, I swear. I don't know, he's just choking on nothing just now, but anyways, that's my little dog. He's gonna be part of the show, I guess. But I don't know exactly what it is that you are stuck in the past on. It kind of feels like it's your life purpose, and I think that's why this fate is happening. Like wondering if you're in the right track, you know, an existential crisis, or what is that term whenever, like a midlife crisis? I feel like that's kind of the vibe here, and that has nothing to do with age. It can just have to do with like you wondering if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that maybe you thought at some point you were on track and now you're not sure. So let's find out a little bit more details about what was going on. Oh, okay, so maybe this was about some sort of connection as well. Okay. So I don't think that this is necessarily a love connection. Even though we have the Two of Lotuses here, I don't think that is necessarily about love. It could be for some of you, but I think that this is more about your connection with belonging, honestly. I think that this has to do with feeling like you fit in. And with the Four of Trees, for me, this card always represents the ideal, safe home life. You know, it's like it's a country scene where you've got a tractor and a farmhouse, and everything is just shining brightly and it's going well. But with the Three of Embers here, you can see that there's like a split off from your community that you've had. That there was something that drew you away from that. Maybe something toxic with those embers right there. So there was something toxic that probably pulled you away, and now you're looking back in the past wondering, did I make the wrong call? Have I set myself on a path that is not healthy for me, that's no longer in alignment? So let's pull a card for your advice from the universe. What's the advice for the viewer? What's the advice? What's the advice for the viewer? You know, I feel like it really seems like this was part of your journey. You know, in life we have infinite paths that we can take, and we often think that there's supposed to be one exact path, and that this is going to, you know, if we're not on it, then we miss it forever. And that may be a fear that you're having. But the universe wants you to know that that's not how this works. That we actually get to choose infinite paths, and the universe will align with what we want. And we can always shift paths. So the protector, okay. So it looks like there was something that you were protected from that you didn't know about. There might have been something in this connection that could have been dangerous for you. And something pulled you away from it. There was something in your peripheral that said, no, we're not going to go down this path. And it probably didn't make any sense to anyone around you. As you can see, like in this photo, I don't know if you guys can see that, but in this photo, the women are concerned by her distraction with something else. Okay, well, let's pull one more card just because I want some more clarity on this. Like, what is the viewer supposed to do now? Oh, the Peacemaker. Interesting. Okay, let's do one more. Let's give advice to the viewer of like what they're supposed to do now. Oh my gosh, the Elementalist. Wow. Okay, so you've got some big cards here. These are very much like major arcana energy. So, wow, it's like you're at a turning point right now. And that's probably why you've had a lot of nostalgia and why the memories have been brought to your attention, because the universe wants you to know that you have the power to transform your life. The Elementalist here, if you can see, she is a ballerina, she's a dancer, and she is using all of the elements of the world in order to create her life and her vision. And, you know, with the Peacemaker, I think that there may be some relationships from your past that you need to make amends with. I'm hearing that really what you need to make amends with is not necessarily the people in your life, but your view of yourself. And maybe what it was that you did in the past that is hard for you to forgive. Because ultimately, when we do things that harm other people, or that, you know, maybe it's addiction, maybe it was infidelity, maybe it was lying, maybe it was sabotaging something. We do those things to protect ourselves, even as crazy as that sounds, but we do. And I think that you need to make peace with your past in order to be set free. And this is part of your fate. This is part of the cycle that the universe wanted to show you. You're feeling stuck because you haven't made peace. Okay, I'm gonna pull one of these cards and just see. Let's see if there's anything in here that the universe wants you to know. Just one final oracle card for the viewer. Maybe something around what it was that they haven't been able to forgive themselves for. What were they struggling with? Sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it and repairing. Okay, so there was something in your life that you sabotaged, and the universe is calling you to rebuild it. rebuild it. And that starts with creating peace in yourself and recognizing that you did this to protect yourself from something. And once that happens, then you're going to be able to transform your life and get back onto the path of alignment again. So, as you guys know, at the end of these, I like to add in journal entries. I like to give you guys something that you can go on and really sit down and learn more about yourself. And this one for sure is going to be about shadow work today, because there's a lot of shadows here. And for those of you who don't know, the shadows are what Carl Jung, who worked with Freud's the one who discovered that we have an unconscious. Carl Jung named our unconscious the shadow. These are the things that we put in our shadow, in our unconscious, that secretly drive our behaviors, the behaviors that we don't seemingly have control over. And so I think in this journal, identifying what was the thing that you were trying to protect yourself from. So I'll give an example just to kind of help this work out for you, but to kind of better explain it, because sometimes we think, well, I don't know, I just did it to sabotage myself, or it was the worst decision, and I don't know, I was just crazy, or I was just dumb, I wasn't good enough, I should have done better. However, everything that we do is to protect ourselves from something. And so, I think, say if your issue was addiction, we think that, I should have known better, I should have done better. But addiction was your way of coping with reality. It was your way of trying to feel more like yourself, because whatever pain you were experiencing, you were incapable of handling at that time. And so you were protecting yourself from the pain of some sort of shame, I'm guessing, that you felt. So, try out that journal prompt, you guys, and thank you for joining me.